Good day to you all. My name is Unyun Ken and this is NGT Group 3 under Tutorial Group 16.
My name is Pu Zhengyuan.
Hi, my name is Ong Chi Sin.
My name is Tan Si.
Hi, my name is Yip Chi.
I will start off the presentation by giving a short explanation of Carroll's CSR Pyramid. Carroll's CSR Pyramid is a framework that helps businesses to be socially accountable. It also explains how and why businesses should take social responsibility seriously. The pyramid highlights 4 of the most important responsibilities, which are economic, legal, ethics, and philanthropy. The first responsibility we're going to be talking about is economic responsibility. A technical way of explaining this is businesses have an economic responsibility to the society that permitted them to be created and sustained. This means that businesses must be able to sustain themselves by being profitable, be able to incentivize owners and stakeholders to invest, and be able to have enough resources to continue to operate. Mr. Yip will take over and show how Tesco adopts this responsibility.
In simple words, Tesco failed to achieve economic responsibility. This can be seen from the financial loss since 2015, getting a steep decrease in company rating by Malaysia Rating Corp (MARC). It is also reported in 2019 that Tesco suffered a RM44.29 million loss. Based on our discussions in the essays, it all comes down to an inefficient management and wrong strategy.
Thank you, Mr. Yip, for the lovely presentation. Now moving on, businesses are not only looked as an economic entity, but are expected to operate lawfully. They are expected and required to provide goods and services that at least meet the legal requirement set by the federal government. This is what Carroll meant by being legally responsible. I will now let Mr. Pooh to take the floor and explain how Tesco comply with this responsibility.
Tesco has abided by the Consumers Protection Act 1999. First, under Section 12 of the Act, it is illegal to mislead the indication of price to consumers. So Tesco has always been honest with their price, like the price in the advertisement is same as the price in store. Next, under Section 19, it is prohibited to sell goods that are below the safety standard. We can see that Tesco has done this part by only selling electrical products that are Malaysian certified, which means that the product has been tested, inspected, and certified by Cerium. Lastly, Tesco allows a customer to refund or replace a product if the product is below the expectation of the customer. This suits well for the Act under Section 46, where the consumers have the right to refund or replace a product. Another law that Tesco has been following is the Movement Control Order. We can see that Tesco has changed its business hours and does not allow customers to have their meals in the food court. In a nutshell, it is proven that Tesco follows the rules implemented by the government.
What a great presentation by Mr. Pooh, but sadly we must move on to our third responsibility, which would be ethical responsibilities. Being ethically responsible means that organizations will embrace those activity standards, policies, and practices that are expected or prohibited by society, even though they are not codified into law. A simpler explanation is that the company must follow the unwritten rule while operating. So, does Tesco Malaysia attain social responsibility? Ms. Ng will take over and answer the question.
Yes, Tesco Malaysia do attain the ethical responsibility. First, Tesco make effort to protect the environment by reducing the use of plastic bag. It launched a campaign to reward rebate to customers who reuse the recycled bag that's specially designed by Tesco, which is called Unforgettable Bag. As the result, the reuse rate gradually grew with the increased awareness. Second, Tesco placed emphasis on food waste reduction. It created Tesco Food Supplies Donation Program to donate unsold food but still edible to people who in need. At the end, Tesco has donated more than 700 tons of food supplies. Third, during the outbreak of COVID-19 in Malaysia, Tesco is taking a series of precautions to ensure that every delivery made to customer is safe. For example, all workers must wear face masks and sanitize their hands in between each delivery. To sum up, Tesco fully carry out ethical responsibility.
Thank you, Ms. Ng, for the wonderful presentation. We will now move on and talk about our last responsibility, philanthropic responsibility. This is when a business gives back to the community by hosting charities or doing voluntary work. Any type of giving back or helping the community is a type of philanthropy work. These work are guided by businesses' desire to participate in social events that are not mandatory, not required by law, and generally not expected of a business in an ethical sense. Tesco has been doing philanthropy work for a long time, and this can be shown in Ms. Tan's presentation.
Based on our research, we concluded that Tesco Malaysia had fulfilled its philanthropic responsibilities. For example, in 2019, Tesco Malaysia started to launch its charity food boxes at all Tesco stores in Malaysia during the festive seasons. This program was aimed to ease the burden of underprivileged families and charity homes. The food box contains basic essential items such as canned food, cooking oil, and biscuits. With just 50 ringgit, consumers can purchase a food box for those in need. Tesco Malaysia has also launched its Tesco Bag Terus Senyum in 2019 to help the underprivileged school children from the bottom 40 families. Consumers will be able to help these children by purchasing a bag with 50 ringgit. School bags filled with school supplies will be sent to them. Besides the two examples I gave above, Tesco Malaysia has also organized and participated in many community projects these few years. It can be seen that Tesco Malaysia has done a great job in contributing to the community. The most impressive part is that Tesco Malaysia encourages its customers to join these meaningful programs.
I hope the viewers understand more about philanthropic responsibilities after the lovely presentation by Ms. Tan. From these detailed insights presented, we can all agree and proudly say that Tesco has been fulfilling various social responsibilities, except for economic responsibility. Using the triple bottom line, we've seen how Tesco has given back to the people and community, doing their part in saving our planet, maybe not so much on profit in recent times, but they are definitely trying hard to turn their fortunes around. As suggested in our essays, Tesco should definitely switch their strategies and implement newer technologies. We will now move on to the next section to showcase what we all had learned during our analysis of Tesco.
Throughout the 8 weeks of doing and studying the assignment, I have learned to look at businesses and their perspective differently. In the lecture, we have learned 4 different management thinking, but the one that stands out to me the most is scientific management theory. I feel that this theory is the most efficient and effective way to operate a business. It not only focuses equal work among frontliners and managers, but also focuses on improving each individual's production or service. I myself have slowly adopted this strategy while doing the assignment by assigning the group mates to work on a section they are more familiar with and using the best way possible of doing it.
I learned a lot of management concepts from this course, especially about the SWOT analysis. In the past, I thought SWOT analysis just a normal business strategy. After I did some research, I know more about SWOT analysis. For example, the main function is to assess the performance and the competition of a business. In addition, I also learned some extra usage of the SWOT analysis. It can use to assess a person's strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats too. It's just like a self-analysis to allow us finding life and career direction. I will practice more on SWOT analysis in future. In my perspective, the SWOT analysis is a very useful tool in managing assignment group. From now on, I would like to use the SWOT analysis to evaluate my team and improve our team performance.
From this management assignment, I learned a lot about culture, especially the culture in a corporation. Corporate culture can be split into 2 levels, the visible and invisible level. Visible cultures are artifacts such as slogans. For Tesco, it is every little helps. Invisible cultures are expressed values that are held by members in an organization. Tesco ensures their employees are trained to help each other when they face challenges, which reflects their slogan. In my opinion, culture is important regardless if it is in a big corporation or a small group project, as it serves as an identity for that group or organization. Culture is like an unspoken ground rule that is required for a group to work efficiently. For example, one of the Japanese cultures, punctuality, is being practiced in our assignment group. Time will not be wasted waiting for other group members.
Initially, I did not know that planning contains 5 processes and I know nothing about the contingency plan in the second process of planning. Now I realize that it is vital to have a plan B as the environment keeps changing. For example, I have to communicate with my group mates online and complete the assignments online. A contingency plan helps me to adapt to the unforeseen challenges better, as I am well prepared to accept changes. In the future, no matter it is a big event or a small work, I will always have a contingency plan as a backup, as it helps me to achieve my goals effectively and efficiently.
Before learning about organizing, my idea about it is just a simple chain of command like a company arranging jobs for their workers systematically. But now I learned that there are three basic elements of organizing, which are division of labor, chain of command, and departmentalization. These elements emphasize on which organizational tasks are subdivided into separate jobs, links all employees in an organization and shows who reports to whom, and grouping positions into departments. With that in mind, next time if I organize a big event or a small group assignment, I can use these elements to improve the efficiency and minimize the time to get the work done.
We have come to the end of the presentation. I hope we have answered all the questions you had about CSR and how Tesco uses it. I would like to close this with a quote by Winston Churchill. This is not the end. It is not even the beginning of the end, but it is perhaps the end of the beginning.
Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation.